Sell your pussy.
This is not PG-13. This is not rated G. This is probably not even rated R.
Oh no. Oh, this is MA. This is rated MA for mature.
Mature audience only.
Yeah.
So if your ass is too young or too immature, go play with SpongeBob, player.
Yeah. Turn this motherfucker off. All right. Yes, we are here. Always into something. Podcast from the 72 Entertainment Group Podcast Network. I am here in the Leo Pope Studios in beautiful, luxurious Henderson, Nevada. And I am coming to you along with my partner in crime.
You know what it is. It's your boy, Ahmad the guy, coming from lovely Inglewood, California. You heard it before. You heard Mac 10. You heard Big Y. You know what it is. We coming to you from the hot quarantine city, baby. Let's get it going.
Yeah, quarantine till August. Yeah, have fun with that. And then we also have with us a newcomer. Step up to the mic. Introduce yourself, player.
Allow me to reintroduce myself. What up, though? Mparx, Push to Talk Parks, coming live and direct from my apartment, which is located in the garage of the house. But I can do what I can do when I'm doing what I'm doing out here.
All right.
That's right.
Yeah. So we're coming to you. We're going to be just shooting the shit, basically. So, okay, let me get into it real quick. I'm going to go over this because we had a great show last time. Now, nobody's going to ever hear this show because it didn't record. So, I was so upset with myself that I just walked out my house and just walked down the street. Just was gone. Just was walking. I didn't know where I was going.
With clothes on, right? Clothes?
Yeah, I had clothes and I had a cigar, so I was cool. So, you know, I was just walking down the street. I was so mad because it was a good show. We had talked on so many different subjects, and I'm not going to try to reiterate or try to recreate that, I should say, but we will kind of touch on those subjects again today, plus some new stuff. And plus just some random shit that's on our minds, you know, things are reopening right now, and I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't know what the difference is. I don't know what the difference from 2 months ago till now. Like, why is it better now than it was? Why are we safer now than what we were before? Because people were not washing their hands, or because people were not covering their mouths when they sneezed, or
Everybody got toilet paper now.
I mean, for real. Like what? Like, Ahmad, what do you think what is it?
I mean, I don't know if it's that the cases are going down or people are not like catching the disease as often as they were. I mean, the virus as often as they were. I really don't know what it is, man. People just burnt out. We tired of sitting at home, and we probably be looking at it from our point of view. Like, look, we didn't spend money. We didn't change guidelines. Like, how come other countries are recovering and we're not? You know, like, what's going on? Like, at this point, like, something needs to give. So maybe they're just trying to give a little leeway. Maybe they're just trying to like work with us. I don't know. I have no clue. But out here in California, much hasn't changed. It's pretty much still the lockdown. The lockdown got extended. They have a few things that's opened up. Like if you want to go to a retail store or something like that, they're doing like a curbside thing. Like you gotta like order online or whatever, and then you go pick it up. You shop online, and when you go pick it up, they'll bring it to your car. I heard of things like that. I haven't experienced it myself, but I heard of things like that. I see you down there with that Bacardi, and you know, I mean, things are just kind of getting back to normal. Things just kind of like slowly but surely getting back, you know, to where it was. But I don't know what to attribute it to. Like I said, it could be the cases, which I kind of stopped following because I don't know about you guys out there, but I'm so overwhelmed with this conspiracies. Everybody got a different perspective. Everybody got a different theory. We don't know what to believe. It's almost like they're purposely trying to confuse us, and it's just a bunch of contradictions that every time you turn on the TV or the radio, it's one contradiction after another. So it's really hard to figure out what it is to attribute it to. Only thing I can say is we're making progress, man. Thank God for that. Because for a long time we wasn't seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. So right now, kind of shining through a little bit.
Now, what has it been like over on your side? Because you're the only one that's on the east coast over there. So what is it like? Or that's East Coast, right? It's not considered Midwest. That's East. Where you at? Right, Mparx?
Michigan, that's Midwest all day.
Is it?
Around here, man, the governor, she's put out all of these things saying that we need to stay in. The Michigan militia, they rushed the Capitol building with guns. There was a congressperson who had to be escorted by some black folks with guns because we bringing our stuff out too. These folks are quite upset with the fact that they are not able to be free. They consider it to be like slavery when they aren't able to get out and go as they please. There's a barbershop owner who had the Michigan militia in front of his barbershop so that the police wouldn't be able to come in and stop people from coming in and using his services. So what they did to counteract that was they suspended his license as a barber because he's like, I'm breaking the law. And he has people who are defending him with weapons, and the police don't want conflict. Nobody want to come in contact. Then around here, man, people just trying to get out. I have buddies who were trying to get out that I'm like, no, I'm straight. According to the numbers around here, black folks are getting it more than anybody. And so these are some of my white friends, and I'm like, nah, the black delegation suspended all permission slip signs from us because it's not going down. And then you go into the stores. I saw a guy yesterday. One, he cut the line, so I'm mad about that. Two, he don't have no mask on, so that's 2 strikes. 3, he don't have no front teeth, so there's no fence, there's no gate, no nothing to keep his whatever he got from getting up on you. And then he's spitting and whistling at the same time. Like, people have no regard for human life out here. It's tough.
Oh my God, man, that's hella whack, bro. Like, and it's a lot of things going on up, like in Orange County, like where like the more wealthier white people are in California, and they like really out there protesting like we deserve haircuts, they open up supercuts, and black people looking at it like, boy, if you don't sit your ass down, like. Like,
look,
we going through the shit with y'all too, but y'all really out here protesting over y'all y'all civil rights has actually been violated. Well, you know what? Welcome to the club, buddy. Come on in, have a seat, grab a brew. Goddammit,
now
it's going down.
Now, do you guys have to have masks? Everybody has to have a mask out there.
Where at? In California?
In California and in Michigan.
Well,
yeah, everybody in Michigan has to have one,
well,
but they makeshift though.
Yeah, you just have to have something covering your face. It doesn't necessarily have to be a mask. But most of the places that you go into, you have to have something covering your face. I mean, you still see a few people here or there without it. But for the most part, some places are more strict than others. But for the most part, you have to have some kind of device or something covering your face.
Doesn't that seem weird to you? Like,
this whole situation seems weird. Shit.
I mean, shit, man, because I refuse to wear a fucking mask. And I was just like,
I'm
walking around.
My wife, she had a headband on, no mask. We had to use that headband around the back of her head. I don't know what it looked like to everybody else, but we got through customs.
And then you got people wearing the mask like over their mouth, but not their nose. I'm just like, bro, like, what are you gonna do it or you not gonna do it? I mean, like, what you gonna do, bro? Make your mind up, man. You know what I'm saying? Because like, it really serves no purpose to just have it over your mouth and your nose is just wide open. Like, bro, just take the damn thing off, bro. You confusing me, man. You pissing me off.
So
just get rid of it.
Did you see the viral video of the woman at the store with the cashier recording her, and he was like, "Oh, I like that mask." And what she had done, she took the mask and cut a hole around her mouth, and she was like, "Yeah, I can breathe better with this mask on now that I cut a hole in it." And he's just like, "What?"
Wow. Cut a hole in her fucking head, huh?
Ridiculous.
Wow.
People are so dumb, man. You know, but hey, we all in this together, apparently, and I understand it, and you know, if I got to go somewhere and they say put on a mask, if I need to really go in there and do it, I might go try to do a makeshift mask, but I'm not, I'm just not buying this shit, man. I'm not saying I'm fucking Superman or anything like that. I got the highest immunity ever, but if you're running away from this stuff and you putting Purell and you about to bust it open, got that Jameson Black Barrel, that's nice, and you putting Purell and everything out the bottle like a champ. That's what I'm talking about. It's going to kill your antibodies to fight these germs, and your immune system is going to make your immune system weaker. To me, but that's just me talking. I'm not a doctor. You know,
Man, you sound like you just put something in the science fair at school, man. You don't know what you talking. No, I was playing.
Dr. Phil.
yeah.
But seriously, I work with kids, man, and they carry germs like it ain't no joke. But you don't want nothing like this. I got sick back in February, and it was ridiculous. But I did hear a lady today. She said that she doesn't think her son can get it. He's immune because he's being breastfed, and there are antibodies in breast milk. Okay, maybe you should start selling that mass production. And on the other hand, she was
Was
saying
it
that
Cambodian?
she believes it is real, but she's ready to go back to work. So people are confused about their approach to how it handles. Your child is Superman. He can't get it because he's got your breast milk, and you feel that everybody else can get it as well. But you want to go
I
back
mean,
to work.
shit. We all was breastfed. Shit. I don't know about y'all mamas, but I know I was. Shit.
Not me.
Yeah, we don't talk about that.
You better make a phone call, boy.
Nah.
That shit ain't gonna help you today.
Nah.
That shit was 100 years ago.
Nah. Rather keep that. Keep that in the past. Keep that in the past.
Freud.
Oh, and that particular person was probably breastfed until they was like old enough to take the bra off and like unhook the straps and pull it over the shoulder and like just get the titty out and just look mama right in the eyeball and suck the titty. Like that child was that age, you know what I'm saying? Like, bruh, you need to give it up, bruh. You know what I'm saying? You this is fucking called something else. This is incest at this point.
He was saying the same thing to her. You need to give it up.
Yeah, exactly.
when they're able to pull out the titty themselves, it's time to stop breastfeeding. It's time to start doing something else.
Oh my God!
They're no longer called that. We're going old school. Those are ninny jugs.
Right. Got grown men that don't know how to take off a bra. Shit, look, 7-year-old kid, 6-year-old kid doing this shit. Not cool.
One-handed, cling.
Mm-hmm. He got one hand on the titty, the other hand on YouTube. Like he.
Man, I mean that's it's crazy though. I still can't believe that we are in this like this, and they're talking about no sports. There's no cruises till another 2 years, and people are just like, yeah, this is the way of life now. And I'm like, what? It doesn't make any sense to me. But I don't know.
Well, I just read an article that said that the governor or someone just approved the Lakers to start practicing at their practice facility in like 2 weeks. So obviously that's some kind of progress. They're making some kind of good news. I heard Adam Silver, the commissioner for the NBA, said that they have protocol in place and they're going to start practicing. And apparently that it was rumors going around that they were going to have games on cruise ships. I don't know exactly how it's going to go down.
That's the worst place to have it, apparently.
I've heard so much. Man, I don't know what to believe, man. We don't get into all of that.
I mean,
but
the
what I did read from a reliable source was that they were going to start practicing soon.
No,
that's what I did.
Yeah, so I heard they were going to start practicing too. Now, you got one thing. They were talking about doing, especially for the NBA, they were talking about doing 2 like bubble areas. I think it was Florida and Vegas.
Florida, yeah, you're right.
West and East, and then they were
I heard that.
They were going to try to do that, and blah 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 blah. That isn't. I mean,
What is there? Right there.
huh?
Florida's out of control with cases. In Vegas, they mayor ain't no good.
Yeah, the
She like just figure it out on y'all. Y'all work.
yeah the mayor. She didn't know. She has no idea what she was talking about. But and she was drunk as hell. Um, on national TV, just like
Wow.
yeah, use us as guinea pigs. Just come back. I mean, and and I noticed several times I've gone down the strip. There's more and more construction happening. Like that would be ridiculously hard to navigate through if it was a crowded, normal summer or springtime in the strip. So there's stuff. Something was done, and they are all like, "Yeah, we're gonna just shut it down, and we're gonna fix all these issues, and we're gonna charge them more when they come back. But when we come back up, we're gonna charge them even more money because we got this damn Raider stadium we got to pay for, and we're gonna charge more. It's just gonna be more money. So
$700 $700 a pop for the tickets.
For you already have the what is that shit that they push through on the resort fees. Then you got that slid through. Then you had the parking and all that shit. But anyway, what I was getting at was you got the bubbles for these two for this league, right? But there's no fans. Isn't as a professional player, you still feed off the energy of the fans. Like what
Right.
are we
They
going to be
take
doing?
the flow.
You know, like you can see the momentum. It's nothing better than when you're on your team is visiting, and that home team is woo woo woo. And they're yelling and screaming, and they want you to lose, but your team hits that shot. Wop, momentum changer, shuts the whole
Game
crowd
changer.
down. Momentum, and then they get that steal. Oh, fast break, boom, dunk. Oh,
Yeah.
There's
It
no
wouldn't be the
excitement.
same.
It wouldn't be this.
It wouldn't be the same.
No, it'd be like playing NBA Live just with no soundtrack, no nothing. You just sitting there playing like on a Game Gear or something with some weak ass music.
Yeah, it definitely wouldn't be the same, and the vibe would be different. You know, it's like the commentary, like like with Chick Hearn and Stu Lance and like Marv Albert.
Yeah.
Like without them guys, or if you just take away that equation, like because we're already accustomed to it.
Yeah.
So without the noise of the crowd, without the commentators, the right commentators, it just doesn't feel the same. So now you're gonna lose viewers. I get you. You're watching like it's just like it's like filming some guys at a park, like playing basketball. Like who really want to sit there and watch that? Like it's not gonna be that same vibe, that same feeling. So it's definitely gonna be an emptiness. So if they're gonna do it, man, they got to do it right. So I don't know. Like,
What would
just
be
wait
the right
until
way?
it's all over. I just say scrap the season. Like even Shaq said, look, just scrap the season because whoever wins the title, they're gonna have an asterisk by that championship. Like it's always gonna be known as the COVID-19 chip, like the quarantine chip.
That's
So
cool.
obviously you're never gonna have them bragging rights.
No, that's
So he
cool.
was like, just scrap it.
That's cool.
Just
As
scrap it.
long as my team won,
Shout out to
I don't
LeBron.
care. Yeah, I don't care. As long as the Lakers won, I take that asterisk, baby. Yeah, we were the champions. We're the champions.
I mean, like as far as how things were going before, the Lakers are already on track. But now everybody's healthy and ready to play. I mean, now we got Clay back in the equation. We got Kevin Durant back in the equation. Kyrie Irving back in the equation. So it might be a little game changer. But at the end of the day, I feel like LA Lakers, they still coming out the West.
Yes.
You know what I mean? Like, and I don't think nobody in the East gonna stop that.
There's nobody in the East. Kevin Durant can't do anything with that team. Just him by himself.
Kyrie?
Yeah, him by himself.
Question.
Yeah.
Question is your man's for the Clippers? Is he still going to be on load management when this resumes?
Who you talking
Because
about?
after a full off season, Kawhi, is he still going to be on load management when this happens? Because he did it after the whole summer. And when they came back at the beginning of the season, he was 2 games here, game over there. I see y'all next week. I'm going home. Is he still going to be on load management?
Like anyone in our age group, they don't respect load management. None of us. And I didn't even have a conversation with y'all. But I know y'all don't respect load management because we didn't grow up in that era. No. So load management, like, come on, bro. You can miss me with that. You get paid $2 million. You get paid too much money to put a ball in a hole. How about you load your ass up and get on the court? Like we don't respect load management. And then you know what
Manager's
I'm saying?
basketball guy.
Thank you. You know what I'm saying? You buy your tickets well in advance to take your children or whatever to see their favorite player, and you get to the game and they're not playing or they're playing less minutes. Like somebody got to bring me back my money. Like come on, man, really? Load management?
Yeah.
Hey, you ask the goat about load management. You can just ask about the old cats about load management. Come
Man.
on, man.
Okay.
Really?
But
Speaking.
I think if we're being real, I mean, we all work jobs here. I'm assuming.
Right.
Hey, now and then you don't feel like going in. You might have, had too much of that bottle or something like that. Now, in most cases, I'm going anyway.
Right.
But every once in a while, I've taken a mental health day just to clear myself from going. So I can understand where he at, but he take it a little too far.
Yeah. I do understand that. I mean, there are definitely times where I don't want to go in. I don't feel like punching the clock. I don't feel like doing my normal duties. I get that. I understand that, and I think now we're a little bit more resourceful than they may have been like 30 years ago. So we might have a luxury right now, but like you said, they're taking it a little too far. I feel like if they are going to have load management, that it should be included in the schedule, so you know that. But see, they won't do that because obviously they're going to be like, okay, that's going to be a decline in ticket sales for that particular game.
Oh yeah.
So instead of them giving you heads up, they're going to just keep it in the dark and then poof, pow, voila, load management. What do you feel like? What do you think about that?
So look, this is what I think. Because we had talked about you brought up the GOAT. I'm assuming you're talking about Michael Jordan. And he never had to worry about load management. He went out there and played. Magic
Right.
Johnson, Larry Bird. Just kind of jumping into the next subject. We talked about The Last Dance, and the last two episodes, dude was like, I'm going for this third championship in a row because Magic and Bird didn't do it.
They didn't do it.
So
Isaiah
and Isaiah didn't do it, but he
specifically Isaiah.
but he didn't say Isaiah because he didn't think Isaiah was on that tier with Magic and Bird because he didn't like Isaiah.
You know what, y'all? Isaiah beat all of them. He beat Bird, he beat Magic, he beat Jordan. Stockton Malone could get on the court with him.
He did.
He beat Jordan so bad you don't even mention Pippen getting beat. He just, my head hurt. Oh, I don't feel good this game.
No, he did. No. I mean, Isaiah was definitely belongs in that, and in that crowd. He definitely belongs there. But dude was relentless, and they had the story about him playing that the one guy that had a good game against Jordan. He had the what did he have? 37 points in the game. And
Who's that?
I don't even know his name, but he played for. I think he played for the Wizards or Washington. I think it was the Bullets at the time. I can't remember. So Jordan had an off game. This dude was 37.
I know you're talking about
LaFon something, and
yeah,
and all he said to Jordan was "good game" and pissed Jordan off. And so Jordan said, "The next time we play, which was the next day, I'm going to get what you had in the game in the first half." And
yes, I remember that.
He got 36. He didn't get 37, but he got 36 in the first half and wore this dude out. And it was not even a contest.
And we don't even know the dude's name.
You don't even know the dude's name. Dude was an assassin on the court. He was basically what we're watching is like the founder. You remember that? You guys see that movie about the I think it's Roy Kroc, who created McDonald's or who helped create McDonald's into the big franchise that it is now. That movie is basically a supervillain movie because it was nothing redeeming about him, and that's what we're looking at now. Is Jordan is the ultimate villain, and he is relentless. He's an assassin. He does not care. Oh, you didn't say hi to me? Your team is dead. I'm killing them. Seriously. Finals. George Karl didn't say hi to Jordan at dinner. Oh, okay. That's all it took. And he whooped that ass.
Hey, Jordan wanted his respect. Jordan was like, "You gonna respect me? I'm gonna beat it out your ass." You on RESPTC, whatever. You respect me, goddamn it.
Don't
I'm gonna beat it out your ass.
Don't do the Ultimate Warrior where he was spelling respect RSECPT. Like,
Yo, man, that's just your alcohol's kicking in.
that was the funniest.
Yo, man, but that was like for it's crazy. People still like trying to like have this GOAT conversation, which I feel like, in my personal opinion, the GOAT conversation should not ever be a conversation, because there are not many people that can say that they've actually witnessed and seen every era of basketball, from Wilt Chamberlain to right now. So until you can honestly say that you witnessed and watched it, you really don't have a valid opinion. So that's very few of us, because we weren't around in that era. But even if you were around, I mean, it's still an opinion at the end of the day. I mean, these players have never played each other. It's really hard to say who it is. It's all a matter of opinion. People always want to argue who's better. Like, it's a dead argument at this point. But, obviously this documentary has shown us some phenomenal things. So, I definitely appreciate it.
And it's no way that you can really be satisfied. I mean, that one person can be satisfied with the GOAT conversation. It doesn't make any sense. You can't, because it's different times, different eras, rules,
right,
all kinds of different technology, everything. It's just all different. Like, even if you said the best team, what team? Okay, so you say the '96 Bulls versus the 2017 Golden State Warriors, whatever. What rules are we playing by? Like, whose court? Like, how will we? You know what I mean? It's different. Like, are we wearing the shoes and the stuff from 2017, or are we going back to '96? What are we doing? Because you had to take all that.
Everybody's still wearing them '96 shoes, boy.
Well,
they still wearing them 11s,
and they gonna be
to
wearing
this day.
Them. Yep, they gonna be wearing them.
I just one of my.
Would you take Steph Curry's latest shoe over a Jordan? No.
What, the Under Armours? The
All right, man. I'll be honest with you. I don't even know what they look like.
No clue.
You're better for not have knowing.
No clue. Because
hey, but you know what? What about Kawhi Leonard, the New Balance? I haven't even seen those, and I know he's getting crazy paid though. I heard
with New Balance though.
Keep cashing them checks, man. Just whatever. Hey, y'all. The funniest is y'all see the man lawsuit he had against Nike for that hand drawing that he had versus their version of it?
Yes.
I didn't see that.
Yeah.
Oh, it looked like a kindergartner traced their hand for a Thanksgiving turkey, and he turned this into Nike, and then he's suing these bugs as if, it looks just like this. Nah, bruh, that's a turkey. That's not a hand.
It's so bad.
I haven't even seen that. I gotta check that out.
Okay, look, I'm gonna play this clip for you guys, and I just want to get your honest opinion. So hold on, let me see if I can get it to where you guys can see it in the chat. Hold on.
That one right there.
Here we go. It's a short clip. One more day. I'm gonna put it in here, and I'm gonna play it from the chat.
That one right there that made me the greatest player of all time.
Hey, yo.
For so many reasons.
Yo, I seen
I
this.
was super, super ecstatic to win one for Cleveland because of the 52-year drought. Like, I was ecstatic. Like, obviously, I showed that the first wave of emotion was when everyone saw me crying. Like, that was all for 52 years of everything in sports going on in Cleveland. And then after I stopped, I was like, that one right there made you the greatest player of all time. Everybody was just talking how they were the greatest team of all time. Like, they was the greatest team ever assembled. And for us to come back, the way we came back in that fashion, I was like, you did something special.
Okay. So
even his own homeboy ain't riding.
So thoughts on you sitting there calling yourself the greatest of all time?
And
being dead serious about it.
I'm gonna be dead serious, bro. Look. One thing I can respect about Jordan is he was humble. He did have humility early on, like when we got in the league when he was young, and he gave props to the people that came before him. Because let's be honest, LeBron couldn't be LeBron if it wasn't for whoever influenced him. So I understand being confident, and I understand believing in yourself and all that. But to go on publicly and make a statement like that, and then have your boys that was sitting next to you, they never even uttered a word. He's supposed to be your man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know. Like, I don't know, man. Like, come on, LeBron. Like, you got a lot of L's, bro, and you got a lot of chances. You basically the Buffalo Bills of basketball. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Ooh,
like.
But he won something. Bills ain't never won. I mean, I get where you coming from.
Yeah,
Give him
okay.
a credit.
I give you a little bit more credit. You're a little bit better than the Bills were. At least you did win a few. But the only one I give you respect for is the Cleveland is the one you won in Cleveland. You know what I mean? Like the one you won, the ones in Miami. Like you really went down there and linked up with a super team. Now we did have a GOAT conversation, and when we did have that GOAT conversation in another podcast, all the players that we put in our GOAT list had never left their teams to join another superpower. They all maintained their GOAT status right there where they were. So by you labeling yourself to GOAT based on your accomplishments from what you did as far as running off to other teams, basically you diminish your whole credibility. Like when we talk about GOATs, we talk about guys that did it where they got down where they laid down. You know what I mean? Like Kareem, we talk about Magic. Like these guys went to one squad, they made it happen. Now I don't know if the era changed or this is
Kareem was out there somewhere else though, wasn't he?
He was in Milwaukee. He got traded to the Lakers.
Is that where they moved?
Yeah, exactly.
So don't say that now.
Minneapolis. But what I'm saying, but my point is nobody went ring chasing and joined these powerful teams. Like, I didn't win last year, or I'm having trouble here, so I'm just gonna go link up with these dudes, and we're gonna combine and make this power team, and I'm gonna get a ring. That diminishes your.
Pippen did it.
Pippen,
Drexler,
wow.
Pippen, Drexler, and Barkley did it.
Pippen.
Drexler's the only one that won.
But see, hold on. You just named a bunch of guys that's never in the GOAT conversation. Pippen's not in the GOAT conversation. Neither is Barkley and Drexler. Them guys ain't in the GOAT conversation. We're talking about guys that's really legitimately in the GOAT conversation.
So name who was in the GOAT conversation.
It was Magic Johnson. It was Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. It was Michael Jordan. It was Larry Bird. And it was Kobe Bryant. All these guys never left a team to join a super team to say, let's get a ring. None of them did.
You don't have to leave when everybody's there. You got Parrish, McHale, Ainge, DJ. Where you gotta go with everything? If I had my own chef, why am I going out to eat at a 5-star restaurant?
Hey, but they weren't doing it. But they weren't.
You come in the league with Worthy and your man's Kareem, Scott Hook, Abdul. Where do you need to go? Nobody's saying, "Hey, I'm trying to get." Like I'm 2 hours from Cleveland. I ain't trying to get there. Marlon, you got property in Cleveland. You ain't trying to get there like that. Come on, man. Who's going to Cleveland? It's so bad the Cleveland Browns left and became the Baltimore Ravens, and they won a Super Bowl. Nobody wants to be.
This is true, sadly, but I do enjoy Cleveland. I love you guys. Anyway, keep paying my money. Anyway,
no opportunist, slumlord.
Right.
But seriously, no Kareem, Worthy, and Magic. They didn't go on vacation the off season before. It was like, yeah, we got together. We should it'll be amazing. It didn't happen like that. Those teams, they were true teams. When you talk about those super teams that were formed, like the Wade, the LeBron, and the
Chris Bosh.
He always gets forgotten.
Ray Allen.
Ray Allen came, yeah. But they made that. They orchestrated that, and more power to them because they took the control out of the owners and kind of forced their hand. And it took them a year or a season to get to jail, and they finally won 2 championships, and they lost 2, but that's 50-50. I mean, that's decent. You know what I mean?
Better than most.
Yeah, exactly. When you had those people that went to Clyde Drexler had opportunities against the Pistons and the Bulls, and he lost.
Wah, 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 wah.
but he got to Houston and he won. Charles Barkley had his opportunity with the Suns. He lost. He tried to come to the Houston as well. Lost. Nothing happened. Pippen was already a champion, so he didn't need to do anything else. He was just whatever. He was just mad because he was getting paid like a bum, and he was over there balling.
And a bad agent. Should have fired his agent.
Yeah, and even when the owner is telling you, man, you shouldn't sign.
He was supposed to fire his family.
Man, dude,
because they was too needy. Yeah. They went through 18 million like.
Yeah, the owner's like, you shouldn't
slow
sign
down.
This contract. I wouldn't sign it if I were you. I'm signed right now. I'm not renegotiating. It's over. So you stuck. And but then you go to later on. Karl Malone went to the Lakers. Failed. Didn't
to the Pistons.
Okay, I didn't see that was unnecessary to bring that up. But
I'm just saying who he failed to, man.
It was unnecessary, but he failed itself because he was hitting on Vanessa Bryant. But anyway,
I remember that.
Yeah, got Kobe mad, but you know,
pissed.
I'm the new mailman in town.
I'm delivering.
You want to take her hunting fishing?
I got.
Let me show you my 18-wheeler.
I got this package I need you to sign for.
First class. What can Brown do for you?
I heard he was a kind of a scumbag. I heard he had two.
That's it.
Yeah.
2 kids.
Yeah.
3 kids.
Bad dad. Yeah.
That he did not want to claim, and there was 2 of them were twins, and they looked just like his ass. And he's like, nah, they ain't mine. Like, get out of here. Come on, dog.
That's probably a lot of athletes, man. They probably, rappers, athletes, entertainers, probably got a baby somewhere they don't even know nothing about, or probably do know something about them, but they're like, whatever.
True, the average cat will go out of town and get lucky. You might give him the same NBA entertainer rule.
Yeah,
that's true.
Might have some big almond head dude in Cleveland. Anyway. Walking around like,
that's why you use your name, MFB, huh?
Like,
right.
What is this?
I got this alias. Anybody get me? You might want to stop saying Henderson, Nevada.
Allegedly, Henderson, Nevada.
Yeah, no. I'm repping Henderson. That's where I'm at. That's where I stay. I'm repping every place I own. I'm repping. I'm repping Newburgh Heights, Ohio. Repping Cleveland, Ohio. Henderson, Nevada. That's where I own property. Yeah. Yeah, baby.
Reposado.
Yeah, baby. That's what I do.
A lot of mothers is repping their mama basement, so we doing good out
here. So, I mean, all of that talk about the GOATs and it's beyond me at this point. I don't care. It's something to talk about, but it doesn't mean it doesn't make any sense because we don't have sports. We don't have our way of life. Like, it's summertime. Like, people. I just heard this term. I'm from LA. Now, if somebody said, "Hey, I gotta get home because they're gonna be doing a drive-by at about 5:30. I gotta get home for that." I'm like, "What are you talking about getting home for that? You don't go home for a drive-by. You get away from a drive-by." No.
Right.
They're doing a drive-by because of this social distancing. They're going to have all these kids roll by this girl's house and say happy birthday for her Sweet 16. And they're doing a drive-by birthday party. I was like, ain't this some shit? Like,
where'd you hear about this?
One of my associates, her sister was having a drive-by birthday. And I was
okay, yeah. You're right.
And I was just like,
they had one from my uncle.
I mean, and we are okay with this. Like, I don't participate in this shit. I'm throwing.
I went to one today.
Did you throw stuff at people or what?
Yeah, we were shooting Big Mac 10s and all. my wife's niece graduated, and so we met at a parking lot. And I sat in the car because I'm thinking, she gonna be hand that envelope with that money in there, and then come on back. And she gone for longer than 3 minutes, and it looked like I don't want to be around the family, so I got to get out, mask on, all of that stuff. And I saw a cat almost low key trying to chase my wife. It was her brother. I didn't want to get out and have to represent on him, like, bro, don't let me catch corona killing you. But then, he calmed down. And then, folks are just standing way too close. How you giving somebody a kiss on the lips and leaving? That's your hug? Who is it? Come on now. I'm trying to keep my distance. Look, 6 feet plus. Everybody polite. Excuse me. Excuse me. Stay away from me.
I saw somebody pull up in the parking lot at my job today, and it was like 5 or 6 cars, and they all like, oh, hey, and they taking pictures and stuff, and I'm like, what is this? Like, is this? It infuriates me that this is where we're at. Just take your ass to somebody's house and just chill. Nobody gonna tell. If you got people in your neighborhood that's telling, like, oh, let me call the cops. It's 11 people over there, and they all together, and that's social distancing. Get your bitch ass out of here. Like, this is ridiculous. Like, this, but that's just me. Like, I don't know. Like, I went to go see my mom. I saw my sister. I had No Shame came through my house. I went to go see my uncle. It was no problem. There was no problem. We were just chilling, like we always did. What is this? What is this pandemic that it's made up? It's made up. I'm on record right now.
It's not made up, man.
I'm on record right now. I know
it's not made up. I know
it's
a cat who had it, dude, and he barely got through it. It's not made up, man. He was drinking zinc and tea and vitamin C and all sorts of stuff to try to get through it. And he's like, no, bro, this is real deal. I went to my parents' house last weekend. I'm still keeping my distance. My dad said, if I get it, I ain't coming back. I've been smoking for 60 years. My lungs are compromised. That cigarettes and that good chronic, yeah. I mean, he probably coughed all that mess out with a good chronic hit. But still, the point is, I'm not trying to be the one to give it to you or get anything from you. Keep your distance.
Yeah, I'm not contesting it that it's not real. I'm not gonna go on record and say that it's not real. What I'm gonna say is that it's not any more dangerous than the normal sicknesses that we, experience, such as like pneumonia, the flu, like
polio.
Exactly. You know what I mean? So we didn't shut down anything for that. So I think it's just exaggerated. I don't think it's fake. I just think it's exaggerated.
No, I agree. I'm not saying it's not real. I know it's real, and I know that people have been saying the president was like, oh, open up, and places that.
But he's been saying that to women for years, so that could have been a misquote.
but to leaders with predominantly African American communities, because it's been hitting harder, and people have been thinking about, people are crazy. But anyway,
I don't honestly believe that it's been hitting us harder. Like, man, they get paid, to have those reports. Like, once you start paying people to report certain things, you take away all the integrity and the ethics behind it. Now we can't believe anything that you say, because now they're saying the numbers are padded, the numbers aren't real. You don't have to die from coronavirus for us to say you died from coronavirus. Come on, man. Like, so we'll never really know the truth. We can't really sit here and say the black community is the face of coronavirus. When it first broke out, we thought we was invincible. We was like, it ain't fucking with us.
That's exactly
the next
what
thing
I
you know,
thought
you know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
Black Twitter.
Right. Next thing you know, we the face of it. You know what I'm saying? Then at that point, it became not a big deal and not a sense of urgency to like come up with this cure or vaccine or just end it. But I don't know, man. I don't really know what to believe. I'm not gonna sit here and say we the face of it. I don't even believe the number of those cases, number of those deaths. I've seen how they do it. I know people that work in a medical facility. Like, nah, bro, I ain't buying that. I ain't buying that for one minute. Like, nah, we're not even in the majority of the people in this country. We shouldn't be leading that shit. Nothing.
That is true. I don't know. I have not seen anyone or come in contact with somebody who's had it.
Well, I haven't either, but I do know someone personally who's had it. But I haven't came in contact with that person.
So you do know somebody? Oh, okay.
I do know somebody personally that's had it, but I was not in contact with this person.
Yeah, I did not. I don't know anybody that's personally. I don't know anybody personally who's had it. I know Roy Horn had it, and he just died. But that was,
Oh wow.
you know who Roy Horn is, right?
Sound familiar?
Siegfried and Roy?
Yes.
Oh, wow, that Roy.
Yeah, Roy's gone. Yeah.
You survived the mauling of a wild, dangerous big cat, but Corona got you?
Yeesh. Yep.
Anybody who's dying right now, they're just automatically blaming on Corona. If you call one of your buddies and say, "Yeah, somebody in my family member just passed," they're gonna be like, "Corona? No, motherfucker, he been sick." You know what I'm
It's a
saying?
lot of celebrities, when they die, like recent celebrities within the past 2 months,
Yep.
they have been making it very clear he died of natural causes
Yeah,
in his home, surrounded by family
yeah.
members. They trying to distance themselves from that mess like it ain't
Man,
no
who
joke.
was it? Little Richard, Betty Wright, uh, Adam Sandler's dad. What was his name? I forget his name. He
Not
just
Adam Sandler
passed.
died. His dad died a long time ago. Or is it Ben Stiller?
Who? Yeah, I'm sorry, Ben
Yeah, you
Stiller.
talking about Stiller.
Oh, he
Yeah,
Yeah.
oh
Ben
he
Stiller's
died.
dad.
Him too. Because
Yes, yes. Costanza's dad. Yeah, he just passed.
Betty White died too.
No, yeah, no, not Betty
tonight wasn't
White.
the night.
Betty Wright.
Betty White,
Right.
not Betty
Oh,
White. Now
tonight.
Betty
Yes.
White go live through all of
Yeah,
this.
Tonight
Betty,
is
man, she
tonight is the
invincible,
night.
bro. Betty, yes, tonight is the night. Yeah, she just passed.
What the hell? I'm not hearing her.
66.
Yep.
I didn't know. I didn't even know Jerry Stiller. Man, I'm all kind of disappointed now. God
Huh?
damn. I didn't hear about any of those. I'm all kind of disappointed now.
Oh, really? You didn't?
No,
It's been everywhere.
I heard about Little Richard, and
Yeah.
yeah, but damn. Okay, Howard Finkel, he died.
Yeah.
That sucked. Yeah, but damn. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, man. It's been going around right now.
Yeah, that sucks. That's just life, though. Ain't gonna do
It's
about
life, man.
it. What you gonna do about it?
It's life, man. And it's kind of ironic that when all this thing started, like, they swept under the rug that they put these satellites into space. They put 20 new satellites into space. And then yesterday, there was a
What are they
secret-
for?
They're for high definition surveillance. Come on now, let's not get into that. Exactly, high definition surveillance, and you can Google everything I'm saying. So when this first started, when the quarantine first started, people were like, "Oh, it's kind of ironic how SpaceX has 100, 200 employees, trapped in one facility for this rocket launch." And a rocket launch was supposed to put 20 new satellites into space. This just happened maybe last month, and then yesterday it was a secret space mission out in Florida from the space station, and they didn't really disclose what that was about. So something's going on. There's been a lot of speculation that they're putting up new surveillance systems, that they're going to be people are going to get microchipped, and this particular new microchip is going to be connected with these new satellites. There's also been some crazy conspiracies that billionaires have been buying property on Mars, and they're going to move to Mars and leave our broke ass on Earth. I don't know what to believe, bro, but it's been a lot of space activity lately. If you guys been paying attention to the news, if you guys been watching CNN or whatever, it's been a lot of space activity lately. So whatever's going on up there, it just seems ironic that it's going on at this particular time. I don't know if you guys been paying attention to that.
I have not paid any attention to that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
if it.
Well, that's truth in the saying that one monkey don't stop no show. Apparently, Corona is the latest monkey that is not going to stop the show from going up into space and putting 20 satellites.
Well, maybe it was a part of the show. We don't know.
I mean, if they're doing that, because I remember Corona, they were attributing the towers, the 5G towers, to Corona, and I was just like, okay, I mean, people are weird. Like,
I got one right around the corner from my house.
yeah,
Yeah, they're popping up. They're popping up everywhere. And what they're saying is that a lot of herbalists and naturopathic doctors believe that there is no such thing as a virus. That what a virus really is, it's the deterioration of a cell. So what happens is your cell deteriorates and it releases toxins inside of it. And these toxins, as they're released into your bloodstream, they cause these symptoms of a virus, and it could weaken your immune system. Now, what they're saying is what makes these cells deteriorate is the radiation from the 5G towers. So they're basically saying that the 5G towers are weakening your immune system. and that's why people are getting coronavirus. That's what has been said. So
Really?
it's hard. It's hard
Yeah,
as
well, look at the big brain on the mind of God.
I'm trying to tell you, man. It's been. I've been listening to a lot of stuff. I don't know what to believe, but this is what's been said, and I've heard that for many years. Like, there's no such thing as a virus. It's a deterioration of a cell, and it's the toxins inside the cell from a toxic cell, because we all eat foods that are probably not healthy for us that make that contain toxins. And once that cell deteriorates, it releases toxins into your bloodstream. You weaken your immune system. You have all these symptoms, and there's a few things that can make that happen, and radiation is one of those things. So, who knows, man? Who knows? I'm just going off of things I read. I haven't done any research besides reading the shit. I don't have no clue if it's true or false. But it's
So
definitely
you over here spreading propaganda, rumor, and innuendo.
Hey, I'm not. No, that's why I'm giving you this disclaimer. Like, I'm not trying to sit here and say that I've done the research. Like, I'm just
That
going off
man
of what
didn't
I
say
hear.
Google it this time. You don't Google
You
it.
can Google that, goddamn. You can Google that. You can Google that. Like, fuck it. But shit. It's so much shit on Google. Google contradicts itself every 3 damn clicks.
The first three things are the first thing on Google is an ad anyway, so it's just like it's
Exactly.
hard to
You know what I
believe
mean?
that.
You don't know what the fuck to believe, man.
it's-
Bring back Encyclopedia Britannica. When I was a kid, there was no Google. There was Encyclopedia Britannica. You don't know what something meant? Go look through them 57 books and find the shit.
Exactly. Exactly. And
Go pick up the Thomas Guide when your ass got lost.
Then when you got to do a report, just copy the page. Just copy verbatim.
Verbatim. Every fucking syllable.
Here you go.
Every typo, every error.
Yeah, but like, God, man.
Mug ain't spelled a word right on any spelling test, but your paper perfect. Commas and everything.
Man.
Oh yeah, man.
This boy ain't never
My
spelled
mama
right in
helped
his
me
life,
with this.
but he ain't
You
got
know
one
your
flaw.
mama ain't never did this good help me. They be like, my
Boy.
mama helped me with this. Your mama
Your
always help you
mama
get your
dumb,
homework
too.
wrong. When did she become a...
Right. Boy, we've been knowing you was dumb before you even got here. You just all of a sudden got smart. Get your ass out of here, boy. We ain't buying it. Your ass is a failure.
Man. Oh man. Hey,
Man, it's been
let me
a
ask
lot
you
of stuff going on.
Let me ask you a question to kind of go off, because I you know what, that stuff makes me sick. It makes me ill. No, I'm just playing. I just don't want to talk about it no more. Do you guys remember your first girlfriend? Your very first girlfriend?
Oh my god. Like, when I was a youngster, our relationships lasted, shit, man, a week, if that, like a day. I gotta remember that. Like, what are we talking about? Like, real relationship or like some puppy love shit?
Like girlfriend. Like, you consider her your girlfriend, boyfriend stuff like that. Not puppy.
Wait,
love.
whoa. I know, whoa.
Okay, that might have came out wrong. Sorry.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, it could be right for some, but I just don't fall in that category.
No.
Just say
When you
your
Nah,
first
I don't
girlfriend
know,
or
like, I don't
boyfriend.
like
the
that.
girl considered
Oh,
you
hell.
her boyfriend, and you considered the girl her what shit? Fuck you,
Man,
Take
figure
another
what the
drink.
hell you drinking
Take
over
another
there?
drink. Take another one.
Yo, bro. We all on the same page on this podcast.
Yeah, no, it's all good. But no, so the first relationship you remember, what age was that? What age was that?
I probably was a teen. The first relationship I took serious, going into my maturity, I was a teenager.
Okay, you were a teenager. Parks.
I kind of had two.
Huh?
I had one that I kind of let go. But then my first one that I was really, in fact, like the one where she liked you more than you like her, don't really count. But the first one I had, I would say I was 13 years old,
Okay.
going into my freshman year. I can tell you more about it if you'd like to.
We'll get to it. So,
I think I was about 15, 16
See,
when
when you had a serious, but it was it was young. I remember
Remember
it was
what?
some other girl at St. Bernard or
Teenage
something.
love.
Oh,
Oh, yo, yeah, I remember. You act like I didn't know you asked for shit for all this
wait,
goddamn time.
wait, who are you talking about?
uh, what's her name? Corey?
Nah, bruh.
Yeah,
That sound like a dude name.
No, that was you. That was you, nigga. You know it's
no, it wasn't Corey.
you.
It wasn't Corey.
What was
No,
her
Corey.
name?
Corey,
She
It
went
wasn't
to
nothing
St.
like
Bernard.
that.
Corina.
She went to St. Bernard's. Who was it?
Nah, you got something wrong because I never really. I can't even.
See, watch. See.
No, for real. Like
She
you
liked
might be
him.
onto
He didn't like
something,
her.
See, I don't remember no St. Bernard's.
See, this is the thing. This is the thing. Ahmad is a player. Okay, and I'm not.
That is not true.
And I'm not trying
that
to
is
put him
not
on
true.
Front
Don't be
Street.
on here doing no Michael Jordan shit. All right. That is not true.
Mom and
Stop
dad,
acting like you got
Ahmad's an
me.
alcoholic.
Hey, yo,
Bust him
stop
out
acting
like
like you married.
Just start
You
busting
knock it
him out.
off. We
I
talking
am.
shit that happened when I was 15. God damn. Oh yeah, I was playing.
All right, no. But seriously, so look, I used to have a joke, right? And I think me and Marquin had kind of touched on it. I used to have a joke. So we could go to the mall, and we'll go to the mall. Me and Ahmad would go to the mall, and Ahmad will see a girl. He'll like, hey, he go say something, and I would sit there and ponder what I'm gonna say, how I'm gonna say it, the right mood, the right lighting I need to say it, all of this stuff
At the mall.
at the mall. So she's
Pictures
she
by the
is-
Foot Locker.
So she is at home.
1993.
I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, I got it, and she's gone. She's already at home, and Ahmad got about 3 or 4 numbers. Not saying he's a player. He's just talking to girls and being sociable. Not saying he was doing anything crazy. Just saying. But that to me was, I used to call it the microwave game. Like you could just get it real quick, boom, and you got the number. I had to slow roast and crock pot the game. I had to let it take time, marinate, and get all up in it. Even like get the flavors.
I did the same thing too. I just fucking turned the heat up. Shit, I don't fucking know. Like,
See, that's not a crock pot. You doing a pressure cooker. Okay, I'm crock potting. We got to be all day. You know what I'm saying? Hours. You already.
Man. I ain't gonna lie. I started off like that, but then over time, like I was like, man, I gotta speed this shit up. I was like, fuck that. I'm missing out. Shit.
But because I remember my first girlfriend that I had. I do remember her name, and I remember we were at a friend's house at a bar, like the first cool party, like the cool kids party, and we were having a good time, and it was just a whole bunch of like when you're young, you're making out and stuff like that. I think I was in the 5th grade.
Who the fuck was this?
Oh,
wait a minute. Hold on. Wait a minute. Let me think.
Because remember, we used to, because you used to come by the school. I used to come by my house, and we used to all kick, Trandon and everybody,
Right.
Aisha, Garcia.
Right.
Yeah. So we used to come over, but the girl, her name.
Wait a minute. I remember, bro. I do remember this chick. You was on a low with it, but I knew. I forget her name, but I kind of vaguely remember her. Vaguely remember her.
She was okay. So first of all, let me tell you something.
Shy brother routine.
Okay, when I first saw her, when I first met her, we were in 3rd grade. So, and I was like, this person walked into the classroom with really short hair and like a short set on, and I was like, is that a dude or what? I don't know, but
man, I think I remember this shit, bro.
And so then, a couple years later, things start to develop. Like she starts to develop, and I'm like, okay, she's all right.
That ain't no dude.
No, it's not a dude. And she kind of had some feelings for your boy, so I was like, okay, this is all right. And yeah, it was very, very interesting. It was fuck can I say her? If you want to sue, whatever. Rebecca. Rebecca.
He says so.
Rebecca C.
Okay.
I won't say her last name. It was Rebecca C.
No, say her last name so I can remember her.
No.
Because because I'm starting to get an idea.
Look her up on Facebook.
No, it was Rebecca C. Uh, and Rebecca Castro. Yeah, that was her name.
I remember. Hey, I remember, bro. I'm telling you, I remember.
Because
she? And what color was her hair?
It was brown.
Huh?
It was brown.
I think I know you're talking about.
Because it was Trandon had that tall girl named Sandra. I don't know her last name. And
okay, so this is something that you consider your first relationship.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a relationship. You were together. I mean, it wasn't like just we would call each other at night. It might have lasted for a week, but
see, I didn't go back that far. Now, if you want me to go back that far, then I gotta change my answer. But I'm talking about like a relationship, like on some mature shit, semi-mature shit, I guess you could say.
I was always mature, so I consider.
Nigga.
I was always
okay.
Mature. So you didn't have to worry about that. I had to worry about that. I was a very
mature.
You know, because I had to sit in the front seat when everybody was sitting in the back. So I got to talk to the parents.
That means nothing. But
that means nothing. That means that they talked to me, so I knew all about adult shit when I was in.
They didn't talk to you about that.
Oh yeah, they did. Shit, they didn't. Shit, they didn't. Man, I'm telling you, everything was going on. Them long ass trips from Cucamonga and shit. I was hearing all kind of stuff. Like I don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
Yeah, we probably did hear some shit we probably wasn't supposed to hear.
Just nod in my head because I was the biggest. I had to sit in the front. So that was the perks. But anyway, yeah, man. That kind of stuff I think about, and I have thought about that in a long time. In a long time. Mm-hmm. And it's just, and I'm thinking to myself, like, what has changed from then to now? Like, of course, I'm older, mature, you know, all that stuff. You know, you can do certain things. You couldn't go nowhere because you had no damn money back in the day. But yeah, you know, you could provide for a woman. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. That's the biggest thing.
By stealing out your mama drawer.
Yeah, exactly. Without going in or going to your mom, like, I need $20 so we can go to the movie,
right.
Or your mom taking you to the movie
right.
and then taking you to your uncle's house and embarrassing you in front of your girl. But anyway, because that did happen to me. But and no shame knows that girl because her name was Lake Cole, and I met her in junior high, and junior high was a breaking ground for me because I could have been all out there with Lake Cole, but I was too nervous and shy. So, but anyway, it's just, I think about these things and I'm like, man, what is it really like? You're not, I mean, people are married and I've been in long relationships and stuff like that, but it's tough out there now. So now I'm thinking about it. I'm not in a relationship now. Now you got to social distance. Now you got to worry about all this bullshit. You know, back in the day, you had to worry about, what did they have to worry about? AIDS.
You had to worry about AIDS. You had to worry about.
Man, please. I got cats who won't wear condoms to be the first one to tell me I need to have a mask on. Ain't never wore no condoms. Just dirty as all be, but you gotta have your mask on. You gotta protect yourself at all times. This ain't a boxing match, bruh. What you doing?
See, that's what I mean.
Raw dog.
Like seriously, like okay. So what do we? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Raw McGraw.
Like, am I supposed to be okay? We can do the social distance. I'm not really good at the internet dating. I don't do it because I would say stuff that would be taken out of context. I would say a joke. I'm awkward, and people won't get it. Or
yeah, I don't like that shit.
You meet me in person. I don't like to talk loud. I don't like attention to myself, so I sweat profusely, and it's not sexy. So I don't know what's going to be going on. Okay, I don't know what's going to be going on. I gotta, oh man, this is going to be tough. This is just me basically taking over the show and venting about what my life is going to be like in the next 2 years because y'all got shit going on. Now, two of y'all are married. You always got shit going on, Ahmad, and I.
I don't got nothing going on, bro.
Yeah, whatever. I'm still not
Dude, we
trying to
can
bust you
talk. I'm
out.
telling you, man. Hey, we
I'm
can
not
talk
trying to bust him
offline. My
out.
shit's in the tank,
I'm not trying to
tank
bust him
right
out.
now.
No, I'm not trying to
You
bust
out
him
here dehydrated?
out. Man, dude. Yeah, I'm shit. This is the bottle speaking now. Now I'm thirsty to motherfucking. This is ridiculous.
Man, I mean, like, shit's up
So
and
you,
down, man. I mean, things will go good, for a certain amount of time, and then things won't. That's just life, I think. But when you're committed and married, you don't just turn your back on someone. You ride those times out. But when you're single, you tend to just be like, "Don't call me no more," or "I ain't calling you no more." So you just move on with your life, and then it's just like a repeating cycle. So you just gotta get with someone who's like, gonna ride those times out with you and gonna feel like you worth it and get to that level to where y'all just like, all right, at this point, turning our back on each other is not an option. We just gotta figure shit out.
We just got to make it
But
happen.
well,
And
real men say don't
I think
call
I
me no
think
more,
these
don't
days
talk to
people,
me.
yeah, I think these days people are not willing to compromise as fast as they were in the older days. I feel like compromise is like a humongous part in a relationship if you're gonna make things work. And then I feel like communication too. Things change. You gotta talk to people. You can't expect people to read your mind. And no matter how long you've been with someone, you still responsible for your individual happiness. And I feel like people put too much pressure on one another to to say, hey, I'm not happy and it's your fault or yada yada yada. Like everyone has to continuously maintain that own
yep,
respect, that own level of individualism,
yep.
and maintain their own like happiness. And in this era now, we got social media, we got all these platforms that constantly remind you of what other people are doing. So subconsciously, there are a lot of people that compare themselves and they compare their man to this girl's man or that woman to that guy's woman and what they're doing and how they're living and things of that sort. So there's more influences. There's more reasons to have an issue. If you're one of the people that allow that to come into your mind and come into your relationship, those are things that they didn't have back in the day. And even though you have friends and family back in the day, um, I don't think it wasn't in your face as often and as much as it is now. Like everything's right in your pocket now. So if someone dies, it hits you a lot harder. A lot of times you see it online. Just like a lot of things going on in the world now. So it's definitely different. But you just gotta. It's the same game, but it's just in a different arena. It's just like you just gotta find somebody that's compatible with you and that's willing to go to those depths. I mean, at the end of the day, it's just about finding somebody that feel like you really worth it, and vice versa.
Dig it.
Uh oh.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
Oh. Uh-oh.
Yeah. A quick point, man. I think you're right about, letting someone know it's
Spill
over
them two
with. But
cents.
on
We
the
want to
other
hear it
hand,
all.
other real men, because you can be both and. You can be a real man and say, all right, I'm done talking to this one. Or you can let that stuff just fade away. And then you never know, 6 months, 2 years down the road, you pick up and business is booming back again. Just like you
Oh
said,
yeah,
things go up and down. So
right.
I've been, in experiences where I just let it fade. And then, spark
Yeah,
up conversation later. Mother's
yeah.
Day's here, or, oh, it's your
Hmm.
birthday. How have you been? And people want to know what's going on and reconnect for whatever reasons. And if you are a good guy, you tend to always have favor, especially when you're not arguing and cussing and fussing. It's like, wow, he did something a little shit, but he's a good guy. Then
Right.
as far as like old school relationships, um, my first one was at camp. And I don't know if you ever been to camp and had that good camp relationship where
Hell yeah,
it's
that'd be
just
the best.
2 solid weeks of baby, I love you. And then the
Yeah.
ironic part about it was after camp was over, we go to the same school and it's over. And then she got with my brother's best friend. So she told him about me and he'd be like, yeah, I remember you bought this. Yeah, I remember. And I'm like, dude, man, what's going on? But then, he messed around and cheated on her with her best friend and all of that stuff. So, you get what you get. But in that time, you couldn't tell me that she wasn't the one. But I also look at
Right.
all the things that didn't work out probably worked out for the better because some of them you see them now, and it is not even based on looks, it's how they're living or
Yeah,
how
that's true
life has
too.
treated them. Or
Yeah.
because Marlon is a good guy, MMB is a good guy,
Yeah.
and so he gets to see the fact that a lot of these mugs wasn't about shit when it came to how they treated the woman that you thought deserved the utmost respect. And I think that's the biggest thing is a lot of times they will not want you at that time, see you with someone else and be like, ooh, he's more handsome now than when he was without. Yeah, okay. Get it how you
Right.
live.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, especially like I said, now we got social media, so there ain't no point in going to a high school reunion. Shit, we could reunion every fucking day, so I can see how sorry your ass turned out, and I can see how bad you living. I can see how much hair you lost and how your teeth is gone, and how you with this guy that's his hobby is giving you a black eye every first Thursday of the month. So I'm thankful for that. I didn't end up with your ass. You got 4 C-sections, and you only know 2 of the baby daddies, so. Hey,
Oh,
I dodged a bullet, baby. You know what I'm saying? That's how I look at it. So there's some girls I was head over heels for, and now I see them online. I'm like, damn, this girl done dropped out of rehab. Like I'm good, man. You
oh,
got a point there.
oh man. Now we heard the voice of the one and only No Shame. Are you still in the building?
No shame.
It's here. This
Ah,
nigga here. I am.
oh man, what you been up to, man?
Just trying to maintain, man. Trying to maintain my health. That's all.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Um, we got that. We now
What's up,
okay.
Negroes? Brothers? Ahmad, young Pox.
What?
You're a fool, man.
What's
Okay,
cracking?
so
I got a question to ask you. Hey, no, go ahead. Go ahead.
now who asked me or No Shame?
No, 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 no. Go ahead. What was you gonna say?
No, I was gonna say. So No Shame, you were around me during the high school years, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Correct. Yes. Yeah. Okay. So, um, you know that I was always well. Okay, there was
Into something?
one. There was one girl that always was the top of the list. Correct.
Yeah.
Always is like that. But there was other ones that I would kind of around and I would hang around with. Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Now, is that wrong? I wasn't in a relationship with these girls, right? But
Nope.
you just kind of satelliting. Because now, as I get older, it's like, oh, you could have multiple friends and hang out. You don't have to be exclusive, and you could do whatever you guys do, and it'd be cool. But
Yep.
back then, it was like you see somebody talking around the corner, like it's third period, and everybody should be in class, but you and this girl out there talking, just chopping it up, and somebody see you like, oh, I see you, and then it's all through the school, like, yeah, y'all dating, you doing this, oh, blah 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 blah, she pregnant, it's your baby, you about to rob a bank because you gave, all this shit, just because of that one moment, just fuck your life up. Now, social media has taken that and multiplied it by 1,000,000. That's why I don't fuck with it, because it will kill you to sit there and try to disprove all of this stuff. Now, I know I'm jumping around all in different subjects, but still, when it comes to relationships and stuff like that, social media and all that stuff is a killer to me. I don't like it. I don't go on Instagram to look at girls and say, oh, I want to holler at her, because to me, she's doing that for
That's what
everybody.
porno's for.
That's what I'm saying. She's doing that for everybody, so I'd rather her just do it for me. I'd rather a girl to be wearing a full-length tuxedo suit or whatever, female, of course, not looking like a temptation.
Yeah. With a clip-back necklace.
Nights like this, I wish.
But you know what I'm saying? A nice business suit, and when she with me, she want to be a little bit freaky. I'm down with that, and we can do all that stuff. But don't be on Instagram throwing your ass in a circle. You know what I mean? And then wanting me to come around and be like, yeah, this is my girl. But oh yeah, I didn't. You know, 50 other
Our
dudes didn't.
girl.
Yes,
Right.
50 other dudes like this is our girl. Man, it bothers me. It really does. This day and age, and I don't know how I can get over this because I thought I found someone. It's not working out right now. It's kind of like hazy. That's why I'm not really talking about it at this moment.
Agency.
It's hazy. It's just all over the place with it. But I don't know if I can if this doesn't work out, I don't know if I'm built for this generation with this bullshit going on because I just can't do it. Like I don't want to be.
So you might need to get you an older woman. See, a lot of the females that
Well, even if
guys
you're
deal
not,
with are their age or younger, and they still, you're approaching 40, and so your maturity and the fact that you've been pretty private all your life causes you to not want to have somebody who's out there. Like for example, my wife, she's ultra conservative. I be trying to sneak peeks at her because what she wears is covering of her body, but she's curvy. In most cases, these chicks belong to the streets, and the streets are undefeated, as Corey Holcomb would say. So you might want to consider someone who's older, who's established, who's been out there, done what they've done, because everybody has a past. And in most cases, you really don't want to know body counts and all of that. You just
No, you
want to
do
have it
not.
on your arm and feel good
never.
about it. But in this day and age, everybody got a past. The only woman I know in life who was a virgin is my mom. That's it.
Man, oh man,
Now,
And
you
she
you
got three
right,
kids.
man. I mean,
She
and no
got
matter
three
what your
kids.
mind frame is, there's always a woman that share that perspective and that shares them thoughts and that feel like you feel and that feel like they in the same situation you in. So it's just about finding your compatibility partner and somebody that really feel like you worth it. You know, like there are women are online that are very conservative. There, all women online aren't like
no, I know
they
that.
ain't.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
yeah,
Like
definitely,
you just gotta
definitely.
find your niche.
But
Like
some
it's just
are.
everybody has their own personality online.
The
And
bullet
you know
breast.
you know the kind of women you like. I mean, I would never like try to wife up a chick that's ass naked online and all she got on is some baby oil. Like that's not my type. You know, like
That's
you
my
know what I'm
that, but
saying?
that's my type though. Add some tattoos, and I'm on it. Like, what's up?
Right, you say that for sure. They gonna have them too, but you know, like they gonna get plenty men, but they're not gonna
Well,
ever get a man. You know what I
with
mean?
10-day
Like
contracts,
not like the ideal one.
you can try out for the team.
Yeah, exactly. Now,
She shoot
my
too much. She don't play no D.
what was the question that you had? Oh God, oh God, did we lose him? The first technical difficulty of the show. Damn it.
Oh, young Amar.
Online, man. They, you ready?
Probably in a little bit.
Yeah, see, but okay. So, you know, it's very tough. And, we were just talking about this today. I was talking about it today at work with one of my associates. He was like, yeah, we talked about that. The older girls, because the older women approach me because of my style and my demeanor. And I get that. But, you know, it's like, you, it's the old cliche. You want what you can't have, right? And it sucks. It really sucks.
Dude, if that's what you want, you could get it. It's just certain people you gotta play different. Like women like that, they're constantly chasing the next thing, don't know what they want. People that don't know what they want need like you can tell them this is how it's going to be because they have no clue what they want.
Yeah.
They would rather prefer somebody provide an option because some people are just lazy like that. And then the ones that know what they want, they do different things regardless if it's you know uh whatever obscure profession it is. There's a professionalism about it and a conscious I guess a conscious distinction between what they do as like or a provision or what and this is my life, so they're able to separate the both.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, if that's what you want, then if If you want those females, which are the younger ones, I mean, it's really a no-brainer, man. You just gotta constantly just be on their head, and you just stick to it. You be like, no, I'm doing this.
I mean,
This is how we rolling. But that's just how it is, man. Unless you don't want to do that shit
You're
every
right
day,
though,
then don't go
and
for it.
there's a
That's
lot of
the
truth to what you're saying. In terms of one of the things I had to learn, and I knew it, is that people appreciate a man who can make a decision,
right,
especially when you have independent women. Because in most cases, if they are single moms, they're out here taking care of the home, the kids, they're doing their thing at work, they're educated, and they don't know what they want to eat for dinner, or they want someone who can take the decision making off of their hands so that they
right,
can just enjoy the moment. So you go out to eat. If you talk to her enough, you can pretty much figure out, she wants some chicken tenders with some ranch fries or what have you, whatever it is based on the caliber of woman or her taste buds. But the more that you can take control and show respectful authority and be in control of what you want and can guide and lead her, the more she's willing to be like, okay, I can go for that. I mean, in being out in the world between divorce and marriage, I've had the opportunity to meet women who were very established in what they were doing and very independent. But I could be like, hey, we're going here, or hey, we're about to do this. And they were game for it because it took the decision making that they had to deal with dang near 24 hours a day off the table, and they could just enjoy themselves with or without, any contribution to what's going on. They just could be there in the moment.
exactly. It's just like that man's role and a woman's role. Like you got a lot of feminists and women's empowerment, which I'm not hating. I'm actually dope. Women are doing their things, but the thing is that man role is it's a different type of pants. Now there are some women who can wear those pants and they do it better than some men. But then most women that try to attempt it is the burden on carrying that stress constantly, being being able to make a decision and stress, being able to perform sick, ill, or you know what I'm saying? Like all that stuff plays in the key. That's what it is. That's what men do. Like there is no excuses when it comes to making the decision or how we need to move as like a man, and a lot of women can't take that pressure. Like they could do
okay,
it for some time, and it's just overbearing for them
okay,
because they the emotion prioritize a lot of times some of the decision, and that clouds their judgment. And with men, it's like, listen, I, I'm not trying to be stuck with this all day. I'm tired, but let me focus. Let me do this. Let me knock this out. Get it over with. It's like get it done with, and it's over with. It's like regardless of what you got to do, you make the choice and the decision. And if you can't handle it right then and there, you like, I can't handle it at the moment because I'm not focused. I'm not going to be able to make a conscious thought, rational thought, educated thought. So I'm going to wait for to this day, or I'm going to wait before I give my decision. And that's that. And you move on. It
okay.
has nothing to do with, oh, I was feeling, and by the way, Jenny came over and she was telling me about her dog. Like all that stuff is irrelevant. It's it's like it's just basically we take each other roles for granted. Like the man is always on the female, like, oh, you're emotional and this and that, but take that for granted because they have that type of intuition and sense certain things that we don't see. That's what they got. And then on the flip side, we're
Right.
able to shut down and make a decision and not have that weight like sit on us like that. And for them, they struggle with it, but we constantly like be on each other instead of like, yo, I respect how you roll, I respect how you move. It's
Right.
just
Right.
like
Right.
it's just that thing. Like our society plays with play around with each other to compete, to buy and spend things. To it's like, yo, it's like we trying to compete against each other. But if we just
Right. Right.
chill
Right.
and have a sensible conversation
Right.
and be real,
Right.
like we'll gel and we connect, and that's literally what it is because
Okay.
we connect. Period.
Okay.
It's
So
just
look. So look. Now, all that's fine and dandy. When you get that girl, and there's a lot of young, mature women out there. I'm not saying that they all have to be, you know, but my thought, what goes on in my mind is like, I'm looking at somebody, looking at women 19, 20, all right, 21. Okay, I'm gonna be in the club, be the old man in the club with a sports coat on and an ascot, drinking martinis and
I can
shit.
see that.
You
I
know what
can
I
see
mean?
that.
You
And you
know,
could be that though, as
yeah.
long as you play it right, because some of them gonna have that father complex.
And then
Yeah.
and then I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go back to the house. I'm gonna go meet the parents and then be like, "Hey, when did you graduate? I graduated in '98. When did you graduate?
See, you
2000."
fast forwarding, man. You
and
fast forward.
and
You got to give it time. You don't meet the parents after the first evening, man. Give
no,
it
no, no, no. I'm
time.
not talking about the first evening. I'm just saying you
Like the
fast
thought
forward that,
process
but
in the rough
You
spot.
fast
time.
forward to the end real quick. That's what you did with Sosa. Last time we was talking, I want to see episode 8, how you got white.
Yeah,
Settle down, fella. Let it play out.
nah, man, instant gratification. I'm an American. Okay, that's what it's about.
Go
Okay,
wave.
yeah, there's no patience in my game, Playboy. I have enough patience with all these. You know what? I was about to say something there, and I was about to take I was going to be from a nice, wholesome guy to just some. But anyway, what I was going to get to is that. What I was getting to is that look, of course you gotta find that right one and that right mix and all that good stuff and it's not always easy in any regard. It's not easy. This technology, whatever, no technology. It's not always easy, and it's not always difficult as I may make it because I'm still looking at someone and I'm still trying to find the perfect time to talk to that person in front of the Cinnabon. Meanwhile, she's on the other side of the mall and I'm sitting there looking at the empty space of what could have been. So I'm still trying to figure that out. I'm still doing that, and that's a mindset that I had. And I'm, like you said, I'm almost 40 years old. You can't teach an old dog new tricks, but
That's not true.
I know it's not true, but
It's,
it's easy to
the
say.
perception, man. It's
Yeah,
like, dude, like you could be dead tomorrow. I could be dead tomorrow. Like it's like what is it's what I start coming to this conclusion. Dude, excellent show. Drink Champs with
Oh, Noriega.
he's like, man, he's like, wow, why I'm going to wait to give somebody flowers when I could give them flowers now instead of showing up at the funeral when they're dead. And that's what our problem is. We waiting around and holding on like, oh, like, man, show your appreciation now, man. Like, what you waiting for? Like, we waiting, like, we walking around like we got time on this earth. Like, forget it. Be who you gonna be. Yo, I see her. I'm gonna step to her. I'm a little nervous. That's just part of it, man. It's game time. You're gonna get the butterflies in your stomach, you know what I'm saying? And get
and
the bubblings in your butt cheeks.
and the sweat
And you just have a
Sweat
conversation, man.
profusely.
and
Just
the sweating
that's
from
it.
the forehead profusely.
So what? So what?
But the
I
right
sweat
woman
when
will
I
be
see
able to
sexy
deal with
women.
that. The white
And
woman will be able to deal with
You know
that, man.
what? The last
All of
girl,
your idiosyncrasies and imperfections, they will be able to overcome. If she the right one, but you
the
got to keep
last
looking.
one, the last one that's still kind of murky haziness. I didn't have that problem with her. I didn't sweat around her. She was just, yeah.
yeah,
She
you
understood.
just gotta stop putting too much pressure on yourself.
You put a lot of pressure on yourself. I mean, there's always pressure because we do feel like we're being judged.
Right.
So it feels like a fucking job interview and shit. And it feels
Every
like
day.
you're one. It feels like you could say one thing wrong and boom, you don't have a job. So there's always a pressure, but you got to be okay with that pressure. You got to be like, look, I don't give a fuck what you say. This is me. Either you gonna take it or leave it. And if she tell you to get she good on you and she ain't messing with you, you can't even break a sweat. You just gotta keep. You can't even break your stride, man. Chicks mental mind. It's all about whatever mood they in right now. The same chick might want to talk to you 2 weeks later. It's just every timing is everything. So it's like instead of taking it personal, I try to look at it like, look, it could just be bad timing. She could be going, like men, like we can get men can have a bad experience and we'll walk out that door and that experience no longer exists. Now we're having a better day because we have eliminated ourselves from that issue. Women are not like that. Women have an issue and they'll carry that issue out that door, in that car, down the street, and then here you come trying to talk to their ass.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, timing is everything. So a lot of times it's nothing personal. It's not you or anything that has to do with you. It could just be like something's going on in her life that you have no control over, and you just have the wrong time. That's how I look at it. So I never blame myself, even though sometimes it could be, but I never actually do that.
Plus, we as men will oftentimes see somebody, and that'll change our whole mood. Like, I was upset, but I'm healed now. Hey, how you?
Yeah, I mean, now I'm healed, and then I can go move on to the next chick. Like it's like a numbers game. It's like if I throw the dice down 100,000 times, eventually I'm gonna hit 7. Eventually I'm gonna come up. I just gotta keep throwing these fucking dice.
See,
and when
the odds, you're playing, and I get that, and don't get me wrong, I understand and I respect that game. But my thing has always been, I hone in and focus. And Rory, because how honed in and focused I was on that one chick, and it was because I picked the one for me in my mind. I'm not saying this is in my mind. And then I roll with that, and I'm doing everything for that. Now, is that bad? It's not. It's not
bad.
It's not good. It's not good.
It's not good. Big mistake, because what you're doing is like you're basically putting all your eggs in one basket. Like you can't do that
exactly.
Because you don't know what she got going on in her life.
But that
you might walk up to her when she's fresh off an abortion. Like, are you seriously thinking that you don't know what you're walking into?
She's a murderer.
That's real shit.
You don't know what you're walking into.
She just committed a homicide.
You smiling and shit, thinking that today's your chance, and she got a plan B fresh in her fucking stomach. Like, you don't know what you're walking into. So don't ever try to put your eggs all in one basket. Don't ever do that. Like, you can hone in on one, but you better hone in on 15 more.
No, man. When it feels right, it feels
tryouts, man.
Yeah, I understand that, but it ain't gonna. But you setting yourself up like that. Like, I don't think that's a good idea.
You out here firing a musket when there's semi-automatic and fully automatic weapons.
I'm out there with the slingshot.
Basically, you're tripping on a numbers game that is always going to be in our favor. Women outnumber men like least 3-1. At least
more than that, way more than that.
Yeah, way more.
That.
Like I want to say like 6.
Man, it depends on where you're at, but yeah.
Yeah, and it's like, dude, it's like.
And you in Nevada, bro? God damn.
That don't matter, man. Like, look. I met my beautiful, and that's who I'm rolling with. Okay, fuck all what y'all saying. She don't know it. She don't know it yet. She don't know it yet. But
that's cool. Hey, if you want to get gray and fucking get your balls all dried up and wrinkly and hazy waiting around, that's cool. Hey, I admire that.
You can't have a Madonna complex, man. You can't have that Madonna complex where they so elusive you don't want to touch it, but you just want to admire them from afar. But you gotta get your hands a little dirty up in there, boy.
Oh no, I get my hands dirty. No,
listen, dude.
But not on yourself.
No, okay, no, all right. See,
it's like this, dude. Like the same energy you're giving her should be reciprocated back to you, if not in equal exchange. Like it should.
It is so. He's distant, and so is she.
Yeah, it's just. It's never going to be equal, but there should be something to where, like, her actions show that, like, like, she's your motherfucking cheerleader. And if she's not that, then she ain't the one for you. If she ain't down with, your agenda and what you got going on, because
He
there are some.
hasn't given her the agenda. That's the thing. He's admiring her from afar.
No, I have given her the
Like,
agenda. She's down. It's just complicated right now.
n-
It's
yeah, I know, I
complications
understand
and
that,
stuff.
but what I'm
You
saying
know.
is, if you're gonna be on my motherfucking squad, man, play on the squad because I've been around females and I, exactly. I've been around them, and hey, when they see like you legit, man, they try out for the team. I'm talking about you be like, dang, my shoulder a little sore, and they up on it, just like, yo, let me get that knot out for you, and I'm like, damn, this is different. But see, that's the problem. It should be that way.
Yeah.
Ooh, shit.
That's how it should be because you're worth that. But if you don't know your worth, you ain't gonna never get that motherfucking knot out your back. You feel me? Like it's
Yeah,
just like
bro.
they like you have to like yo, this is how it's rolling. Like I'm that nigga that need that, and she up there on it, putting elbows on it, and you like, oh yeah, she's sweating it into it, and it's nothing. She ain't batting the eye. She ain't worrying about a mole or a pimple on your back or nothing.
I got them
That's
Shrek
what you need to
shoulders.
rock with.
I got them Shrek
Yeah.
shoulders. I got a lot of hair.
Hey, with
Yeah.
that.
And trust me, man. I've been around females. They're like, damn, They're like, yo, stretching out my feet. They grab my feet, get the, rubbing and cracking the toes. I'm like,
Uh-oh.
yo, that's what's up. Good looking. That's exactly what I was.
Oh,
But I,
Why you want her to get them hair bumps for you, Playboy?
all that they out there. They love popping hair
Some of them
bumps. You
love
know
to
that.
do it too.
Oh
They'll
yeah,
go through everywhere
most of them. They get the bumps for you, bro.
because
They
they
get the
keep
bumps for you.
tweezers.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they gonna make sure your eyebrow don't connect. All that.
Okay. So, all right. I mean, I'm pretty sure I'm not the only person out there that's having these kind of issues, and basically, it's and I'm gonna be honest. M&B doesn't have these issues. This is just my friend was having these issues. That's what's he wanted me to convey this to y'all in a way to where it made him. He didn't want to be known. That's fuck it, whatever. Y'all know what I'm talking about.
we got you, bro. We got you. We got you.
I got you. Steve Carell.
Yeah, gonna put the 40-year-old version up there, man. That's some cold shit.
Yeah, but that's literally how you would like be sounding like right now. You like, oh man,
I
you
never said no
like,
titty
dude.
sale felt like sand. Like I never
Yo,
said
man, like
that.
I just remember like watching that movie and like when he was trying to approach the girl, he was like, "Oh my god," fumbling like
Oh, it
a
was terrible.
motherfucker.
That
And
is me.
I felt for the dude. I'm like, bro, I've been there, bro. I ain't gonna even lie to you. Like,
It's awful.
like I know how that shit.
It is. I mean, it is awful. I'm serious. Like, but when that last anyway, I'm not gonna even get into it.
But yeah, I know. I understand how it is. Like, and the messed up part about it is like women are attracted to confidence, and it don't matter how you look or you feel. Like you have to give off that energy, because we all have seen like a guy that didn't look that great with some some beautiful ass women, and we'd be like, he got money, but that's our first response. He got money, but that ain't always the case. That ain't always the case.
Yeah, it's just how he treats her, and he's just like
Yeah.
he make
And how he
like,
carry himself. It's how he
yeah,
carry
he
himself
like
too.
exactly. If listen, most females have self-esteem issue. If you walking around with a self-esteem issue,
Uh-oh.
she can't ride your shoulders, man. She can't grow. She gonna need somebody with some strong shoulders to throw all those problems on, all those little bullshit ass talks and like, oh, and I was feeling this, and you like, what? Like you tripping? But you listen to it, but like in the long run, like she trusts you, and then she can grow. She don't feel like insecure because it's like you pretty much taking that weight from her. That's literally what it is. It's like, yo, I'm gonna give you all my problems and share them with you. But on the flip side, a man don't do that to a woman unless he's a bitch ass nigga.
Cold-blooded.
Why can't we just call him emotional? Say he's in touch with his feelings,
It's
or
just
every now and
it's just
then he just
it's
have a
like,
bump.
hey, no, there's nothing wrong with it, but it's like, why I'm gonna give
Yeah,
you my
okay,
emotions?
that's the way you said it.
Yeah, I know how I said it didn't sound like it, but
Yeah, that was an
it's
inside thing. That shit was
it's an
funny.
inside thing that me and Marlon be doing. But yeah, man, it's like
Wait,
so
Okay,
pause.
much
so let me ask you
people,
this then:
Wait, pause. That's
anybody ever
hilarious.
cried in front of a woman?
dude,
Since you can be emotional, and
dude. I ain't gonna lie.
a
Yeah,
BAN, so real
dude.
tears,
Oh,
like your mama got to you at a young age.
dude, like I was man, I was like last year I was in a bad way. I was having issues with my back and stuff. Like I like couldn't walk, like couldn't move,
Not
and the
pain. I'm
pain.
talking about emotional.
Dude, oh no, this is very emotional, homie. It's very emotional because like the pain I was dealing with, it was constant, but it was just like it was like I was cool, but she was like, "Tell me how you feel. What you feeling?" And I was just like, "Damn, I can't take this shit no more." And I lost it, man. I lost it. I broke down. I was just like, Ugh. It like I was doing all right. I was barely walking. I could take the pain, but she was like, "Tell me what it is. Well, what do you need? Well, how do
You
you
went and
feel? What
laid
is it
your
feeling
burdens at
now?"
that
I'm like,
altar.
"Yeah." You said what?
You went and laid your burdens at that altar. At that altar.
Man,
Oh
yeah.
man.
I was just like, let it go, crying like a big baby. And then she was just like, "Damn, what's it like?" Looking at me like, "Damn, this nigga crying like a big old baby, like grown ass man. Look at this nigga." Like, but at the same time, she was like, "Damn, man, I he must be in pain. I need to figure out something." She went out and tried to find like any medicinal cure, whatever syringe to figure it out.
That's what's
You
up.
got an epidural.
Nah, I just ended up
Oh.
just getting some weed, man, and just was able to calm down. I was doing CBD at the time, but ended up getting some weed, and it helped out tremendously. And I never looked back since. And now my back and stuff don't hurt. I'm mobile and stuff.
One
Yeah.
But
last
Smoke weed every
cry.
day.
Yeah,
but
man.
yeah, cried like a baby, man.
I can't recall if I cried or like just tears, like when you talking about something and a tear come down your eye. Like I don't think I've ever done like the full on like, you know what I mean, quiver lip and all that stuff with the,
You were Trey and Boys in the Hood punching in
no.
the air.
No, I don't think I've done that. I know, like, I know the last time we were talking and I was sitting there, me and the hazy situation, my eyes got a little hazy. I know that. I know that much. It was a little watery, and I wish it would rain. You know what I mean?
Got hazy because she's spitting it.
Okay.
Whoa.
That's why I got hazy.
I wish it would rain. You know what I mean? That's what I was talking. That's what I was thinking about. But I don't. I don't think I ever did that. There's nothing, and don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with sharing your emotions with your woman like that. I mean, you're a man, but you're a human being too, and you have emotions, and there's nothing wrong to me. I don't think there's anything wrong with people that share their emotions. Now, if you like stub your toe and like and you doing all that, then that's a different level. Like I don't. And I don't know. I can't really rock with you on that one, but the more
Nothing
power
wrong
to
with
you.
it. But I think there should be. There's times when like it's like you lose it. It's like
It's a lot of
you
going
you
on.
can carry so much, and
Exactly.
sometimes you just like whatever it is sometimes just compiles on you, and you just like yo,
It's
I'm
crazy.
losing it. And but
It's
the older you get, the less restraint you have on those feelings, and you find yourself getting emotional. Like I got emotional. I was watching something on Bravo, and it was cold, man. It hurt my soul, homie. It hurt. Like it hurt. But basically this kid, he went to go protect his dude getting beat up by his stepdad. The kid's disabled and stuff, and so he was like, yo, he went to go help him. He put him in the car, and the stepdad's drunk and like real aggressive to him, like, yo, I will knock you out, knock you the fuck out and beat you up. So the dad took like a stance, like he was about to take off on him, and the dude swung on him, and the head hits the car, and now the stepdad got all this brain damage, and he can't feed himself, can't walk, he can't do anything on his own. And they tried to get this. He was like 22. Like tried to give this kid like 20 years in prison.
Damn.
And what's crazy, he went to the trial, and they tried to get like one of those immunities, like kind of like, yo, this is the situation. As you can see, he's really not a threat, and let's drop it. And then they're like, nope, we're gonna go on with the trial. And it was like, damn, like this fool's like, and I'm hoping he don't get 20. And what ends up happening, they were able to kind of see, and because he got on the stands, and basically he was a meek brother. He wasn't weak or nothing. He was just meek. He was just like very passive, and you could totally see like he wasn't that type of nigga. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they was trying to give him 20, but they end up ruling in his favor, and he got off. But it was like so frustrating because you could see it, and he's like going over the story over and over. Nothing changes, everything's the same. And he's like, his parents is like, yo, you can't say that you're guilty because you wasn't. You did the right thing. So you just gotta be a man and walk that path, and let God do it. And he was like struggling with it, and I felt it, and man, that I was like, whoa. But it's one of those things that happens to people every day, and it goes the other way. And it was cold though, but he ended up, not going to jail and stuff. But I got emotional, man. I was tears coming out my eyes and everything, because that hurt. Because it was, the situation was already unfair, man, and they was going like ham on him.
Okay.
But
okay, so Rory is now shared twice. I've shared once. Marquand said nothing, and Ahmad just disconnected because he knew what was going on.
Last great cry, I saw my son was leaving. My ex-wife was moving to Virginia, and he was going with her, and I cried like a baby then. There were some onions in the room at one particular point in time, just with life's frustration, job situations, trying to be a man and take care of everything, and losing a battle, but still trying to maintain the war, just expressing that frustration. I've had plenty of folks, man, you need to say something. You can't have. No, I'm straight. I'm getting through it. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna laugh through it. But it's been an experience where, and people look at you different, and it's not a negative thing if you solid all the way around. Like I'm not stubbed toe crying or twisting my ankle crying, but just like, man, this is some overwhelming bull for right now, and okay, I got this now. Let's get back on it and get through it. But I think that it is shocking for other people to see you like that when you don't show signs of that. So they don't necessarily look at it as a weakness. In fact, it creates a bonding experience, because when nothing ever bothers you or you don't let things get to you, the people around you will push and push and push to see that. And so when you have a significant other who sees you navigating through storms, handling those situations, with a lot of class and dignity, or being like I can be evil and verbally cutthroat when necessary, or just show out politely. So when I was with my wife and this happened, she was just like, "Dang, it is tough for him," because I'm the type that I don't like to say no. If I can figure out a way to get it, it's always been plan A, B, C, D, all the way up until Z, and then we start with numbers, and I put myself last. So when it's a situation where it's overwhelming to the point where I'm like, I just need to regroup and figure it out, then that might come up. And it came up once, and we got through it. And I think there's a lot of respect there, and she got to see a level of me, but she's never seen me argue, yell, or anything like that. So for her to see me get emotional when I'm usually dry humor, cracking jokes, was like, whoa, this it's really real with him.
It's different, yeah. And that's
they
good.
have that worldly approach. That's what it is. Like
Exactly.
they be expecting you to react like all these other fools that act like the world, but we all come from God, man. There's some point in our lives we got to start acting God like. We got to make God moves, and that's all that is. But it's always going to seem so foreign to people, and it may look like you a wimp, or you that bitch ass nigga, or you a pussy, and it's not. It's not, because the perspective isn't really what we think it is. Like, I'm supposed to throw a tantrum because things didn't work out. Hey, man, it's
Can't do
like
that.
that.
You can't do that. Yeah,
You,
you can't throw a
you
tantrum
know
every
what I'm
time
saying? I
it doesn't
move on.
fuck.
Like, well, I'm
Yeah.
supposed to go over and bash heads in, and oh, now I'm spending life in prison.
No, man.
Tripping.
Make your next
You
move your
tripping.
best move. Now, Ahmad, I see you back on. Okay. Not back on.
He's on these
Yeah.
this whatever.
Silent treatment.
Yeah.
There he
Yeah,
is.
over here. Now, okay. Now, everybody shared their story and he didn't say nothing. And he's going to get disconnected again. Look at this fool, man. Look at this. Come on, man. It's getting ridiculous.
Hey, did you ever see that stand up with Lil Rel, when we were talking about the this teacher using the word residuous?
No.
Well, check it out. I don't want to ruin it for you.
All right, I'm going to check it out. Now, let me see if
Yo.
Okay, so
There he is.
tell your story. To take one more sip of that black barrel and tell your story. When last time he was crying. Yeah.
The last time I cried.
Yeah, talk about that hangnail that you had. Let's hear about it.
The last time I cried.
Yeah. Well,
That's what you want to hear.
About, I mean, emotional cry about, like, if it was around a female or something. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Man, why would you do this to me, bro? God damn.
See? Yeah. Uh-huh.
All right, man.
We all went. Go ahead.
The last time I cried, okay, so I just lost my cousin like 2 months ago.
Okay.
So, we wasn't really like super close, but we were like, I guess you can say, getting closer, because like our parents never got along and it caused a distance between us. And he was only 20. He just turned 23. So he was young. He was kind of getting out of the military. He had went to the military, but he couldn't stay in the military because he had a health condition. So he was just coming home. So we were basically just starting to get in contact. He was probably like an adult, had his own phone, doing his own thing. So we were just starting to get back into contact. And then he passed away, right? So, I didn't think it was going to really affect me that hard because, we didn't have a lot of history together. But just, because it was my younger cousin, I guess it hit me hard. So, I went to the coronavirus kind of messed up the whole ordeal as far as the funeral, the viewing, all that. And I went and I did what I was supposed to do. And then after that, we had a repast. Everybody, had, food. We got to start drinking it. And I didn't really cry hard through the whole ordeal. I shed a couple of tears, but it really didn't come out through the whole ordeal. And then I got home by myself later that night. I started having some more drinks. And I don't know where the fuck I wound up, dude. I was just fucking, like, I called a girl that I should not have ever called. And I was crying like a bitch. I was crying like a bitch. To the wrong fucking girl. And
oh, that's the worst.
You know what I'm saying? And she was cool with the shit, but she was probably like thinking like, why the fuck is this dude calling me? But I don't know what the fuck happened, man. I don't even know how I got in that space, because the next morning, like, I was looking at my phone, like, what the fuck was I doing? What the fuck was I thinking? Like, why are you even call this chicken head? But anyway, I called the girl, whatever. I was crying like a motherfucking baby. And it was just like all this shit that I held in was just like flowing out of me, man. And it just like, it relieved a big weight on me, I guess you can say. But I just felt like it shouldn't have happened that way, but it happened, So I guess that's the main thing, right?
Yeah, exactly. There's nothing wrong with that, and there's nothing wrong with that at all.
Yeah, it was a tough pill to swallow, and I just, all this shit started coming to my mind about like just wasted time, and we didn't get to do a lot of things together, and then he was so young, and the whole coronavirus fucked the funeral up, and then all the stuff that his coworkers shared, and his military buddies and his friends shared pieces of his life that I wasn't a part of. So it just came crashing down on me, man. So it really hurt. It hurt. It really hurt, man. It really hurt bad. It still hurt,
Yeah,
but
it's
it
going to.
was just so unexpected.
Yeah. What the
I
heck
can
was
smell
that?
you.
Uh,
I can smell you, brother.
yeah, man, it was tough, man. Like I said, he was so young, and it was so unexpected, as far as from my side, at least for me. And it just came out in a direction where sometimes when it comes out so strong, you can't control where it goes, and it just went somewhere where I probably didn't want it to go, but it happened, and she was there for me, and she stayed on the phone with me, and my drunk ass was just
Yeah.
I was just fucked up, man. I was fucked up, and I haven't cried that hard in a long time.
Yeah, man. You got to get a good cry in every. It seems like every 10 years you got to get a
Refreshed.
good cry. You got to get,
10 years.
you got to get
Refresh
a good
yourself.
cry in there. Just,
Yeah.
just let
Yeah,
that
Every
shit
decade,
out,
baby.
I
boy.
think that's about
It's
right.
like,
At least
Yeah,
a
every
decade.
decade. Yeah, every decade. That's about
At
right.
least one a
Yeah.
good one every
yeah,
decade.
but I mean the one where you like on the ground, like.
I don't know about that, but I was in the bed. I was fucked up. I was like, get on the fucking ground. Fuck that. But I was fucked up. And the alcohol, it didn't. I don't even know how I got this girl's number in my hand to call, and what made me call, or I think I texted her some dumb shit, and she got she was concerned, and she called me like, what's going on? And my dumb ass drunk and overwhelmed with emotion. And then the repass, he had like a drama at the repass. One of my cousins got too drunk and started acting stupid. It was just drama the whole day. But yeah, man, it was tough, bro. It was tough, man. It was tough. It wasn't over no girl or nothing, but it was fucked up.
Yeah, but it was. I mean, but it was to a girl. Yeah, okay. Well,
I wasn't gonna cry on one of my homeboys' laps. I mean, that wasn't gonna happen. So, so.
You know how we like, dang dog, you good?
Yeah, this nigga
It's
about to
like,
kill
yo,
himself.
you want some water or something? Like, what's up?
Get some water.
Man, this nigga
You
about
want
to
a
kill
beer?
himself.
Nigga breathe.
Right.
You
Yeah,
like, hey dog, you good?
Now, I actually had that happen to me before. Like somebody I considered like one of my stronger friends or my stronger homeboys. He called me one time out of the blue crying, and I was scared because I'm like, wait a minute, this is like somebody like that I thought was strong, like somebody that I view as a strong person. So for him to be calling me crying, like I got like scared, like what the hell is this dude going through? I thought his mom died or something because this motherfucker was like the face of thug passion. Like this motherfucker was like my thug homie. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? So he was like, man, I'm just going through something right now. So I'm like, all right, well like, what's up, man? Because at this point, I'm like low key scared. Like if this motherfucker crying, something's up. So I'm like, what's up? He like, I'm just going through something right now. I need you to pray with me. So I'm just like, all right, man, whatever you need. He's like, I don't need you to say nothing. I just need you to stay on the phone while I pray. So I'm just like, all right, cool. I got you. So he like, now we talking about a thug that ain't never ever been in church. He about to give you the thuggest prayer ever. Like, God, a nigga hurting. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them thugs. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know what I'm saying? One of them thug ass prayers, and it was like hella thuggish. It was hella disrespectful. But I couldn't say nothing. It was like, a nigga down here doing bad, cuz, and you got us fucked up in this bullshit ass earth. We making the shit best as we can. And I'm just sitting there like, this is so wrong.
Yo, but
I'm
God,
not
son.
saying shit right because I keep getting this shit out. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not saying nothing because he's getting the shit out. I'm just looking side-eye like, this motherfucker that committed like 8 sins, but I'm not saying nothing. And he got it out. And I think at that time in his life, he was going through this rites of passage where he felt like he hadn't accomplished anything. He felt like a failure, and he kind of lost sight of all the things that he had to be thankful for, and he started looking towards all the things that he hadn't accomplished, all the sites that he said that he hadn't reached, and I just basically had to like help him change his perspective. I'm like, look, you focus on all the wrong things. We all have things in our lives that we wish we could have accomplished by now or by a certain age. And sometimes we fall short because it's not about the accomplishments, it's about the timelines that we set. And sometimes it's not that we're never going to accomplish those things, it's that things always don't happen when we want them to happen.
Yeah.
So it's just about It's just about being patient, and it's also about recognizing the shit that you have accomplished and the shit that you got to be thankful for. You got a support group. You got a mom. You got healthy children. You know what I'm saying? Like, you got to look at that. You can't just always look at everything you haven't accomplished as a negative, and that's where his mind was. So he got himself back in the perspective. I helped him out, but it also taught me a valuable lesson because I didn't know at the time, but in a few years after that, I'll be going through the same thing, but I was mentally prepared for it, and I didn't make any phone calls like he did. So, it was a lesson that was to be learned, man.
Come on, man. Why you got to bust him out? I'm making the phone calls like he did. Come on, man.
Yeah, I didn't have to do that because I had already been mentally prepared for it. So when I was going through it, I was
cool.
Wait a minute, I've been through this before. You know what I'm saying? So I was let me calm my ass down. But yeah, it was kind of scary in the beginning.
That's something.
And I was when somebody that I used to have a saying I forget what I used to say, but it was something like you don't know how strong you are. You never know how strong you really are until you have to be strong for a person you thought or viewed, as a strong person. And he was somebody I viewed as a strong person. Yeah. And when he came to me asking me for my help, it kind of shook me a little bit.
Yeah.
I was just like, damn, wait a minute. Normally if I would need advice or help, I would go to you. You know what I'm saying? But for you to be coming to me, it changed everything. It was just an awakening, I guess you can say. So,
yeah, that was cool. That's cool because you learn from it, and when it happened to you, you were able to capitalize on that and pull back on that experience and learn. And a lot of people don't do that. A lot of people can't do that nowadays. So I mean, we grew up in a different era because that's something that I do a lot. I remember this person was going through this, and they did this, and that. Okay, I can't do that, but I can do this, and you know what I mean. But I was prepared. You know what I mean? And
that's the whole point.
Exactly. And not a lot of people are doing that, and they're just going off the seat of their pants, just living life. And
people don't talk no more.
More power to them. They're like, oh, I'm gonna do this, I could do this, and blah 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 blah. And they have their social media bubble, or they have their little bubble, or whatever, and they just want to stay in that. And rule that domain, and it's a big world out there, and you got to take advantage of it. And people aren't. To me, this is my opinion. I'm not saying that this is as a fact or rule, but I don't think people are taking advantage as much as they should be, and they're not reaching out and learning. And the social distancing is making things worse because you're sitting there outside a store waiting to go in because you can only have a certain amount of people in the store. Ain't nobody talking to nobody. They just sitting there looking at each other, you know what I mean? Or they in their phone, and FaceTime and somebody having a loud ass inappropriate conversation for the public, doing dumb shit. So it's a different time, but I want to touch on that some more, but I think right now we're gonna have to shut it down because it's getting late. I know it's late for Marquin in the Midwest, even though it's East, but whatever. And plus, Marquin, I think, is the oldest person on here. So
that's what it means, son.
I think he fell asleep.
Nah, he's still on here.
Nah, I know. I'm just messing with him. Mparx.
I think he stepped away for a second.
He might have stepped away for a second. All right, well, no shame. You got anything you want to say to sign off?
Well, what up, though? I'm here.
Oh, you just woke up?
Yeah, Wi-Fi tripping. Had to put it on that 4G. Put it on this 4Giatos.
No, so I was just saying. No, I was just saying we about to head up out, man. If you got anything you wanted to say.
Yo, man, it's been a great conversation, man. We got really in our emotions this week. We ain't gonna do that shit no more. So y'all better remember this shit. Shit ain't gonna happen for another 10 years.
Yeah,
so y'all better remember this shit.
Yeah.
Yo, but
you know what you're talking about. I already forgot.
Yeah, we don't even know. We forgot.
No, but this is some real shit that needs to be talked about because it's not really talked about. We can sit here and talk about Michael Jordan and all that shit, but I'm talking about some real life feelings about some real people. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man.
And that's cool.
It's looked down upon. It's looked down upon for men to be able to share their emotions and shit. And we were raised wrong. Like the shit that we were taught as far as men don't, have emotions and cry and shit like that. And you got men dropping dead of heart attacks and shit like that. Like we put a lot of stress on ourselves, and we hold too much shit in. And we don't really have a healthy outlet that allows us to express our emotion because you got people talking shit about you, making fun of you, throwing shit in your face, and bringing shit up at the inappropriate times. So it makes you go back and see a turtle shell. So it is some real shit that needs to be spoke about.
Okay,
it is, especially in our community.
Let me go ahead and say that. So if we got people out there that don't want to have to worry about people all in their videos talking shit in their comments, come to 72. Okay.
Come to 72.
Crying all on the phone, shedding tears.
All right, we broadcasting. We talking about that real deal.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. You come to 72, but I got. Let me see. At MMB72 is the Twitter. You can reach me at. If you just want to shout out, Ahmad, you got anything?
Yeah, y'all want to reach me on Twitter? Yo, I don't have one. I'm gonna get one. No, I'm just joking. No, but I do have a Twitter. It's at Mike Lawry, MyKLawry. So y'all hit me on Twitter with y'all thoughts in the
Play a name.
Y'all talk about the show, and this show is brought to you by our sponsor, Jameson Black Sparrow. We like to give a shout out to Jameson, baby, making this thing happen.
Good looking out, Jamie.
Biz Marquis. Want to give a shout out to Biz Marquis.
Oh, the vapors. Mparx, you got anything, or they can reach you? They want to holler at you and get your perspective on things.
Yeah. Just Mark Mparx, all one word, compound words, social media. That's what I be on. And for all of the followers, I'm gonna go ahead and hit y'all with. I'm gonna go with a figure 4 leg lock, holding the ropes for extra pain.
Nice. Get that 3 count, homie. Go ahead, tap out.
Hit him with that move. Okay. Love it. Well, okay, no shame.
I ain't got nothing, man, but zippity doodah, man, and stop bullshitting. We'll be dead tomorrow.
No shame has. We have a project that's coming out hopefully soon. We'll start talking about it more later. But he got some stuff in the works. Don't let that smooth taste fool you in that voice. He got some stuff going. He got some stuff in the works. He ain't playing.
There's some stuff, but
he ain't.
Yeah, man.
We ain't playing.
Let's quit acting like bitch assness and start acting classy.
Yeah.
Start acting like we love another. That's it.
And that's it. And that leads perfectly into this next thing. Oxman stand up, and the marathon continues. And we out.
Out.
Peace.
I think I want to fuck my bitch.